The Los Angeles Lakers have opened the season with authority, posting an impressive 11-4 record across their first 15 games. It's the kind of start that sets a tone, not just for the team, but for the expectations surrounding the organization. Their most recent matchup against the Utah Jazz showcased something Lakers fans have been waiting for: a healthy roster, fresh legs, and a group finally beginning to understand its potential on both ends of the floor, now under the direction of head coach JJ Redick. As December approaches, the atmosphere around the franchise feels different. There's momentum, there's confidence, and there's a renewed sense of identity. But perhaps the most compelling storyline of this early season surge is the extraordinary level of play from superstar guard Luka Dončić. He hasn't simply met expectations, he's surpassed them, elevating his performance to a level that demands MVP consideration. What's catching many observers off guard is not that Dončić is playing at an MVP caliber. That part was expected. It's where he currently stands in the MVP race. According to Dan Favale of Bleacher Report, Dončić is ranked 5th in the latest MVP ladder, 5th despite averaging historic numbers, 5th despite being the driving force behind Los Angeles' strong start, and 5th despite displaying a level of consistency that few players in the league can match this season. Favale notes that Dončić's career-high 34.4 points per game places him firmly on track to secure the second scoring title of his career. That scoring output, combined with his ability to make plays for others, has turned him into one of the most difficult matchups in the NBA. And there's an interesting twist. With 40-year-old LeBron James returning to the lineup, Dončić's usage may slightly decrease. On paper, that might look like a negative, but Favale argues the opposite. Less pressure on Dončić's scoring could lead to an increase in efficiency and an even stronger focus on playmaking. But the evaluation isn't without critique. From beyond the arc, Dončić is still under 33%, a number he's aiming to elevate as the season progresses. His attacks at the rim have dipped to a career-low frequency, raising questions about shot selection and physical wear, yet neither of those concerns has slowed the Lakers during his minutes on the court. In fact, his 60+% accuracy on two-point attempts is the highest of his career, signaling that while he's getting to the rim less, he's finishing better than ever when he does. The MVP race itself adds another layer of complexity, with injuries to Victor Wembanyama, dealing with a calf strain, and Giannis Antetokounmpo sidelined by a groin strain. The path for Dončić to climb the rankings becomes clearer, but as Favale emphasizes, nothing about this competition is easy. Cade Cunningham continues to put up elite numbers while carrying a roster with significantly less support. Donovan Mitchell remains one of the league's most explosive scorers, and Alperen Şengün has established himself as the focal point of one of the most efficient offenses in the NBA. Cunningham in particular stands out. His defensive presence and leadership as a primary ball handler give him a compelling narrative. Şengün's elite efficiency and impact on Houston's offense make him nearly impossible to ignore. Each candidate presents a different argument, redefining what value means in today's NBA. But even with those names in the conversation, Dončić's case remains remarkably strong. His production is undeniable: 34.6 points, 8.5 rebounds, 9 assists, nearly 2 steals per game, all while shooting over 47% from the field in 36.8 minutes. These are the numbers of a superstar in complete command of his game. They reflect not only raw talent, but a deep understanding of pace, timing, floor spacing, and how to manipulate defenses. And beyond the statistics, Dončić has become the emotional and strategic center of the Lakers. In critical moments, the ball finds his hands. In high-pressure situations, his decision-making guides the offense. His presence on the court alters defensive schemes, forces double teams, and opens up shots for teammates who thrive off his ability to draw attention. If Dončić can sustain this level of dominance while leading the Lakers to a top 4 seed in the Western Conference, his MVP case becomes virtually unavoidable. Voters will have to consider the workload, the numbers, the leadership, the impact, and the storyline, all of which point toward a player entering the prime of his career and redefining what the Lakers are capable of. This season may not just be another chapter in Luka Dončić's career, it may be the breakthrough, the moment where elite production, team success, and national recognition align. And if that happens, the conversation won't be about whether he belongs in the MVP race. It will be about whether anyone else can keep up. But while Dončic's MVP candidacy continues to build momentum, the return of LeBron James has sparked a different kind of conversation within the organization, one that goes beyond individual brilliance and into the realm of team construction. An insider is taking a firm and increasingly vocal stance on Rui Hachimura's place in the starting lineup, and the timing couldn't be more important. With the King officially back after missing the first month of the season because of a sciatica issue in his lower back, head coach JJ Redick must now reassess the entire structure of the starting five. At this point, 4 spots are essentially locked: LeBron James, Luka Dončić, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton. But that 5th and final spot remains the center of internal debate, and the conversation has narrowed to just 2 names: Rui Hachimura and Marcus Smart. Let's start with Marcus Smart. Smart joined the Lakers late in the offseason, yet quickly earned Redick's trust, stepping into 9 starts so far. His resume speaks for itself: a former Defensive Player of the Year, a relentless competitor, and one of the toughest perimeter defenders of his generation. Even at 31 and in his 12th NBA season, he's still showing he can be an impact defender, logging over 28 minutes per game and providing the kind of leadership you can't teach. His defensive instincts remain sharp, his rotations are precise, and his communication continues to anchor the second layer of the defense. But offensively, Smart has limitations. He's never been a natural scorer, and the numbers reinforce that, including a 3.6 offensive box plus minus. On a team already navigating spacing questions, that matters. Now let's look at Rui Hachimura, a completely different type of player. He brings size, scoring, and a level of offensive confidence that the Lakers often need outside of their primary playmakers. This season, Hachimura is averaging 15.1 points, 1.2 assists, and 3.8 rebounds, giving the Lakers a reliable mid-range option and a strong downhill threat. But with that offensive upside comes the trade-off: inconsistency on the defensive end. At times, Hachimura struggles with rotations, closeouts, and off-ball reads. The physical tools are all there, but the defensive execution can fluctuate. Still, when the Lakers need offensive balance, Hachimura provides it. When they need spacing, he helps. When they need another scorer who can stabilize a possession, he steps up. After missing his first game of the season against the Bucks, Hachimura returned to the starting lineup on Tuesday, and according to one respected voice, that's exactly where he belongs. Former NBA assistant coach and co-host of The Dunker Spot, Steve Jones made his position unmistakably clear on the Zach Lowe show. You gotta keep him in there. Jones argued that Hachimura shouldn't just temporarily hold the role, he should remain the permanent starter. He noted that Hachimura has found his offensive rhythm, settling seamlessly into Redick's system. Defensively, Jones stressed that the Lakers can cover his weaknesses through disciplined team rotations. According to Jones, as long as Dončić rotates properly, as long as Reeves provides sound help, and as long as the Lakers don't collapse on the second closeout, the team can live with the defensive trade-offs. Jones also emphasized that Smart still holds tremendous value within the rotation, especially alongside the main starters, but that the opening lineup benefits more from Hachimura's size, scoring, and offensive versatility. This ongoing debate isn't just a tactical decision. It's a reflection of identity. Are the Lakers a defensive-first unit built on toughness and structured discipline, or are they evolving into a more dynamic, offensively versatile group that sets the tone early and applies pressure through scoring depth? Redick's decision on that final spot could shape the team's long-term direction. The Lakers' next test comes Sunday in Salt Lake City, where they'll face the Utah Jazz at 5 p.m. Pacific, and all eyes will be on that starting lineup. Will it be Hachimura or Smart stepping onto the court at tip-off? Redick's choice may say more about the Lakers' future than any press conference ever could. And speaking of roster decisions that could shape the franchise's future, the Lakers are making another calculated move, this time reaching into their own developmental pipeline. The organization is elevating South Bay Lakers standout Drew Timme to a 2-way NBA contract, a decision that signals both confidence in his recent surge and urgency in reinforcing frontcourt depth. This move was first reported by Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, who revealed that Los Angeles is in the final stages of completing the agreement, with Nick Smith Jr. locked into his 2-way role thanks to his impressive NBA-level progression. The Lakers will be forced to make a tough choice. In order to officially add Timme, the franchise will have to waive Christian Koloko or Chris Manon, 2 players who have been competing for long-term stability within the organization. For Timme, this latest development marks another twist in what has already been a winding, unpredictable, and at times turbulent professional journey. A decorated college star fighting through adversity standing 6'10", Timme was one of college basketball's most recognizable names. At Gonzaga, he became a household figure, earning 3 All-American selections and winning the WCC Player of the Year award twice. His footwork, scoring instincts, and leadership made him the centerpiece of a powerhouse program. Yet despite his collegiate dominance, he went undrafted in 2023. That setback marked the beginning of a challenging road through the G League, one filled with flashes of potential, untimely injuries, and constant roster uncertainty. A professional path marked by challenges and persistence. Timme's first pro season began with the Wisconsin Herd, the G League affiliate of the Milwaukee Bucks. He started strong, showing he could translate his scoring and playmaking to the professional level until a fractured left foot in February 2024 abruptly halted his momentum. The injury sidelined him for months and forced him to rebuild his rhythm, conditioning, and confidence from scratch. He returned for the 2024-25 season with the Stockton Kings, Sacramento's G League affiliate, but mid-season, his rights were traded to the Long Island Nets, linking him to Brooklyn. After earning a multi-year deal with the Nets in March 2025, it briefly seemed like Timme had finally found stable ground, only for the team to waive him in October, a gut punch that threw him back into an uncertain market. Then came the opportunity with South Bay, and Timme seized it. Timme catches fire in South Bay across the G League tip-off tournament this season. The 25-year-old has been nothing short of dominant. Through 4 games, he averaged 28.3 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.5 steals, 48.1% shooting from the field, 76.2% at the free throw line. He wasn't just productive, he was relentless, playing with poise, energy, and a sense of urgency that made him impossible to ignore. For a franchise in constant search of reliable interior depth, Timme's emergence could not have come at a better time. His limited NBA experience also showed promise. During his stint with Brooklyn in the 2024-25 season, he appeared in 9 games and posted 12.1 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per night. Strong numbers considering the circumstances and the limited sample size. A two-way contract that could lead to more now, with the purple and gold calling him up. Timme enters one of the most pivotal stretches of his career. As a two-way player, he will be splitting time between the main roster and South Bay, moving back and forth depending on team needs and performance. Under league rules, he can participate in up to 50 NBA games before the team must convert his deal to a standard roster spot. For Los Angeles, it's a low-risk, potentially high-reward investment. For Timme, it is another shot, maybe his best one yet, to prove he belongs on a full-time NBA roster. With his productivity at the G League level, his pedigree, and his growing confidence, the organization believes he has earned this chance. Now it's up to him to make the most of it.